On to the speeches. First up, Elly's dad. Elly's dad, I unfortunately don't know too well, and I asked Elly for a few words on how to introduce Elly's dad, and she said he was actually the only published author amongst all of us. The book happened to be entitled How I Converted on an LSD Trip. Expected some words of wisdom, based on the fact he's been married 3 times, so over to Elly's dad.
Well, have we got the mic on? I am David, Elly's dad, and the David, yeah. And of course, I've been told I've got to speak for 3 minutes. Now, I got my speech sorted out, and it only was going to last 1.5 hours, but I will spare that on you and make it last just to 3 minutes. Adam's very concerned about that. Now, first of all, to welcome all the guests, and in particular, Adam's mum and dad. Without the mum and dad, this couldn't have been possible. And I want to say, also, compliment how I thought the wedding speech, the guy that's speaking the ceremony, was spot on. He couldn't have done that better. And when you, later on, you'll realise that the installation that is planned for this afternoon, it will complement what the preacher said today. Now, I need to say just 1 or 2 things about Elly. Now, I thought Elly was absolutely beautiful today with her dress and the flow, and it makes a change from a miniskirt, which was the size of a very thin belt. And Adam, he looked wonderful, and all his 5 just men or 6 just men, however many they were, I thought it was great. Want to say 1 or 2 things about Elly. Elly, as you know, cannot stand still. Are you aware of that? Even in the womb, she kicked and kicked and kicked, and even her mother today thinks that Elly was trying on shoes in the womb. That's how she is. Those of you that know Elly, she loves her shoes. And she can't stand still. When we was living in Snail Beach, she escaped. She was 2 years old. She is a twin. Her brother's David. And she escaped and decided to go for a walk on the moon. And she went through the village, along the back track in the hills of Shropshire, near the mine. And she gone. The whole village was out looking for her because she was lost at 2 years old. That's one thing about Elly. She is on the move. She's always moving around. Another thing about Elly is that she always stand up for you, right? She stands up for her brother David, right? They're peas in a pod. They're twins, of course. And I'll just relate a couple of incidents at the school. David was called by names at school, something or other. I don't know what it was, but called he was gay, David, you know. And she decided, was it that occasion or another occasion? Well, she decided, prefect, that nutted David, been about 13 or 14 years old. David wasn't going to have any. He wasn't going to have any of this, so she jumped on this prefect, a big orgy, jumped on his head and beating him about the head. Of course, her mum was called up to the school to sort the problem out. But that's not all. Elly is not only does she defend her friends, but she actually, don't cross her, Adam, will be warned. Listen, when she was upset once at school, she decided she was going to take revenge. She went into the girls' toilets and took all the toilet paper, put it in the sink. Can I get this mic right, please? Put all the toilet paper in the sink, in the girls', turned the taps on so they're all flooded. Not just one toilet, but 3 toilets, girls' toilet. And she walked from the girls' toilets across the road to the boys' toilets, and on the way meeting the headmistress, hello, Miss Bissett, Miss Bullhead, and she walked across into the boys' toilets and flooded all the toilets. Now, Elly did that because she was uptight and wound up. So don't upset her because she's like to flood your toilet. Look, I've spoken for 3 minutes now. I have got lots to say. No, I've actually got lots to say. No. Adam, he would never forgive me if I carry on. I've got one more thing to say about Adam and Ellie. Ellie and Adam do like to have fun, but the trouble is they on me. One day, I didn't know Adam was a twin, by the way. Now, Adam came to our house, and his brother came to the house, but I didn't know that Adam had a twin. And Ellie and Adam sat their brother, Mark, opposite me at the table, and I thought this was Adam, so I carried on talking to him as though it was Adam, and of course, it carried on. You know, that's the way it goes. They conned me, and I thought it was Adam. But I have got the last laugh today, because I spoke to Mark. I said, look, let's get Ellie back. And actually, Mark stood in the place of Adam today. And when Ellie said, I do, she was saying, I do, to Mark. So that's it. Anyway, that's the end. Ellie doesn't know this yet. She'll find out. But at the end of the speech, we raise a toast to Ellie and all the friends and the family. And may I wish you all the very best of God's blessings in all your lives, in everything. Okay. Toast.